talking to the chairman of the parole board. He's very pleased with your reports of good behaviour. You realise that your application for work release is being considered this afternoon?
Yeah, I know.
Well, that's not really surprising. Still, you can hardly paint Chrissy with the same brush.
Oh, you're kidding. She's got a master's degree in prostitution.
Which is it? In fulfilling doll chicks, isn't she?
Oh, that's just her latest. I mean, she's been in for soliciting, well, a couple of times.
Oh, she never told me that.
You want to watch her, mate. She put the hard word on me once.
One thing I regret is if they do let me out of here, I'm going to miss the fireworks.
What fireworks?
You know.
Oh, you mean when it hits the fan about Fergo?
Keep your voice down, Lizzie. I'm supposed to know.
Sorry, Bea, I forgot.
Governor, I don't like reporting fellow officers, but obviously something must be done about it. It seems that 2 of the officers, including the Deputy Governor herself, have been stealing goods from the prison and selling them to the women.
We will need more than accusations, Miss Ferguson.
Oh, don't worry, Governor. I've got a lot of facts as well. Mr. Faulkner first. Now, he's involved in 2 areas, bookmaking and the abuse of his position as purchasing officer for the women's buy-up goods.
How can you be sure?
Well, he offered me a cut from his bookmaking profits.
I see.
He also suggested that I might be interested in the proceeds from the other racket.
What do you think is going on?
Well, for a start, he's faking orders for supplies to replace stock.
That would be very difficult to prove.
Oh, yes, I know that. He's also involved some of the prisoners who'll probably talk in time.
They may.
It doesn't really matter much if they don't. One of the orders was countersigned by Mrs. Powell. Of course, the Deputy Governor could have been taken in by Mr. Faulkner. She does have a great many forms to sign, doesn't she?
We don't know that anyone has been taken in yet, Miss Ferguson. That will take a great deal of investigation.
Yes, and I can help with that, Governor. Mrs. Morris is also involved. Quite heavily, in fact.
Why do you think Mr. Faulkner approached you, Miss Ferguson?
Oh, I really have no idea, Governor. Now, would you like me to take this further? I could accept a payoff and clinch things if you like.
No, I don't think that will be necessary. In fact, I think it would be better if we kept this between ourselves for the time being.
Yes, of course, Governor.
That will be all for the moment.
Oh, thanks, love. You're a real gentleman. Oh, God, look at this. Would you mind putting that down and have a look at the mail?
It'll only be bills.
Yeah, you're probably right. Hang about. This one's from the council.
Well?
Couldn't be, could it? Tony? We got permission to open the house.
Well, great.
Yeah. Tony?
What?
We did! Hey, listen, you're smiling. I never thought I'd see you smile again.
Well, neither did I. After causing all that trouble between you and Helen, and the murders and everything.
Listen, you forget about it, okay? And I will. Is that a deal?
Right on.
Right on.
What's all the noise for, you
Oh,
two?
look at this. We got permission to open the house. It's all systems go.
Oh, good on you, Joe. That's it.
Oh, hey. Now the next thing we got to do is have an opening, a real official opening.
No, I tell you what we got to have.
What?
A cheap official opening.
We'll have to, won't we?
You two are off your bleeding rockers.
Yeah, and isn't it great? Look at that. We got to frame it.
That's it, B. Your work release is operational first thing in the morning.
I'd like to thank you, Mr. Faulkner, very much.
Make the most of it.
The Governor would like a word with you, Mr. Faulkner.
Thanks.
That's all right. Work release, eh, Smith?
Yes.
The place won't be the same without you.
Oh, don't worry, you'll make friends with someone else soon enough. You know how all the girls love you. That bitch will be laughing on the other side of her face soon.
What do you mean?
Oh, you'll find out. When she does.
I don't understand how Joan could have been that cunning. It's impossible.
What she did was take what you have said and done and report it literally.
Yeah, but why? I had a reading out of my hand.
We'll have to bring the whole scheme out into the open now.
Oh, no, we won't. The whole thing is out of hand as it is.
You went along with it. You signed one of the purchase orders.
More's the pity. But I don't intend to be made a fool of.
We've all been fools. She outsmarted us.
Oh, of course, she might have had help. I don't think she could have done it on her own.
No, and I've got a fair idea who it was, too.
Oh, going to set a trap for them as well?
There might be worse places to start.
Now, calm down, both of you. There's no point in plunging into an area where there's only suspicion and no proof. Mrs. Morris, what do you have to say?
Only that I feel as much to blame as Steve.
Why's that?
Well, it was my suspicions that started the whole business.
Well, regardless of whose fault it is, we're going to have Mr. Douglas on our doorstep any moment.
Well, I suggest we say nothing until we've sorted it out amongst ourselves.
Well, that's not possible. Miss Ferguson has entered her report on the confidential reports register, together with the official file number and date. It's the first thing he will see.
Well, that takes care of the official list. Now we need some friends. Hey, Maxine, you want to invite anyone to the party?
Only Spud and the boys.
Hey, what?
Oh, joke, Joyce. Listen, I'm sorry, Jude, but I can't hang around here talking about your party. I've got to get over to the Dempsters.
I thought you were finished there for today.
Yeah. Well, I'm going back to front Mrs. Dempster about Michelle. Poor little kid.
What are you going to say?
Dunno. Ask her about what she's been doing with the kid, I suppose.
Well, that won't get you very far.
Look, Mrs. Morris said that if something's up, something's got to be done. Well, I'm going to find out what's up, with no doctor there putting words into people's mouths.
Yeah, Mrs. Morris also told you to be careful, didn't she?
Jude, it's my job, and I'll handle it my way, okay?
Okay. Just don't do your block.
Oh, me?
Yeah, you.
I'll be cool.
What do you mean barging in here and making accusations like that?
Just what I said. Now, if you're having a go at the kid, leave off.
I'm not, as you put it, having a go at anyone. And in any case, it's got nothing to do with you.
Mrs. Dempster, I saw the bruises.
I told you, she had a fall.
Here, across your fist.
How dare you?
Listen, lady, I don't know what fork to use and how to speak proper and all that crap, but I know people. And I know you've been belting into her.
You get out of my house.
Hey?
You heard me, you're fired.
Listen, if you're scared about what you might do to the littlie, I'll hang around.
Out. Now.
Look, I won't hold it against you that you wanted to give me the arse or nothing. I can help.
To teach Michelle language like that, I suppose.
No. Help you. I can. Honest.
What you can do is leave, and straight away.
All right.
Now, get out of my house.
Okay, but don't take it out on the kid.
Maxie, come and play.
Oh, gotta go, love. Only called in to see you, Ma. You be a good girl now. Don't hurt her, that's all.
Mummy, I want Maxie.
She's gone. Oh, don't start, Michelle. Please don't start. For Christ's sake, will you shut up? Will you shut up, Michelle?
So, Mrs. Davidson, I'm here, will you?
She said you were to go straight in when you arrived, sir.
Who the devil are you?
Field, sir. Barbara.
Where's your supervisor?
Morning, Mr. Douglas.
What's the idea of leaving this woman unsupervised? Who is she?
Field, sir. She's a very experienced secretary.
That's hardly the point. She's a prisoner. I will not have prisoners.
She also helped solve some problems, sir, with purchase orders.
Oh, I see. Yes, we'll keep an eye on her just the same.
Yes, sir.
Oh, and Ferguson.
Sir?
Read your report. Good work.
Thank you, sir.
You've gone out on a limb before, Erica, but never this far.
Ted, there have been an awful lot of allegations about Joan Ferguson.
Oh, it's happened to other officers.
Not as many as this, and I wanted to get to the bottom of the matter.
But why this way?
Well, I didn't want to run to the department without any proof.
Running to the department is hardly the way I'd put it.
Oh, you know what I mean.
What I know is that you could have voiced your suspicions to me, and then we could have faced the problem with my knowledge, consent, and help.
Well, I didn't know it was going to end like this. I mean, who would?
Well, it has. Could be hell to pay.
Yes, I realize that.
Could mean jobs.
Including my own, I suppose.
Yes.
Well, I back the officers I know and trust.
I appreciate that, Erica. And it's because you stand by the people you believe in. I'd hate to let you go.
Oh, that's very kind of you, Ted. Come in.
Well, I won't waste time on preliminaries. You both know why you're here. What have you got to say for yourselves?
We believe Officer Ferguson is involved in all the rackets in the prison.
Mm-hmm. You have any proof?
No, that's what we were trying to get.
You failed.
That was just bad luck.
It was very bad luck arising from very bad judgment. You, Mrs. Morris, do you have any better defense of what you did?
I'm afraid not.
I see. Well, then, I suggest we move on to the next step.
What's that?
Seeing if you can find a way out of this mess.
You don't know how stupid you've been till somebody tells you, do you?
We weren't that stupid.
Misguided.
I suppose so.
If I'd played it right, Joan wouldn't have caught us out.
Oh, come on, Steve. Stop blaming yourself.
That's how it's going to look. Where are you off to?
I finished work for the day.
The bell hasn't gone yet.
Well, Miss Ferguson authorised it.
Oh, did she?
Yes.
Nothing for nothing's her motto. What'd you do for her?
But I didn't do anything.
You showed her that requisition form, didn't you? I hope you get all you deserve. And knowing Ferguson, believe me, you will.
Go, Mr. Ford.
Get out of here.
It was a bit heavy, wasn't it?
I'd say she got off pretty lightly. You feel like getting smashed?
Why not?
I'll meet you in reception. I've got to talk to Smith.
Well, so much for the laundry. For the time being, anyway.
Glad?
If you want to know the truth, I'm scared to death.
Oh, come on, B. You'll love it outside.
Yeah, but at least I know where I am in here.
What's that mean?
Tomorrow, it's a new job, new people, new problems, and I'm not sure I can handle it anymore.
What's worrying you?
Little things, I suppose. Like, what do I do if a bloke tries to pick me up, for instance?
You should be so lucky.
Yeah. And what happens if they find out I'm a con? 12 years for double murder would frighten anyone.
Well, you don't have to tell them.
Well, I won't. But I feel as if it's written all over me.
It's not, so where's the problem?
Just takes one little slip.
I've got the perfect solution.
What?
I'll get Weissman to hypnotise you. I am not a con. I am not a con.
Get out, you mad bitch.
Anyway, just leave your axe at home. They'll never guess there.
Oh,
It's a nice evening, Mr. Faulkner.
Yeah.
Hey, how's it going with Ferguson?
It's a disaster.
Why?
The whole thing's backfired. She's reported Meg, Colleen, and myself for being involved in rackets with the prisoners.
You're joking.
Oh, I wish I was. It's really hit the fan.
Why, how did the bloody bitch twig?
Help from Fields, I'd say.
Oh, well, I'll fix her.
No, you won't. I've got no proof. Besides, if she was involved, Ferguson probably had her over a barrel.
And what are you going to do?
I'm damned if I know.
Make sure you sign out.
Yes, Mrs. Morris.
Now, you've got your money for your lunch and your fares.
Yes, Mrs. Morris.
And you're in plenty of time to catch the bus, so there's no need to panic.
Oh, I'm not the one who's panicking, Mrs. M. You are.
I'm just anxious.
A couple of days ago, I felt like a big kid with a birthday on the way or something. Today, I feel like the same big kid about to start school for the first time.
I just want everything to go right for you.
Thanks.
All right.
Oh.
When you get out on parole, Smith, take note of what the parole officer says about booze.
Oh, pity. I like a glass of wine.
Oh, I wish I hadn't said that.
Good morning.
Morning.
Smith, have you signed out?
Yes, Mrs. Powell.
No, what about money?
Yes,
Check
Mrs.
everything,
Powell.
Well, come on, you'll miss your bus. Mrs. Hall, take her to the gate.
Luck.
Thanks.
Good luck. How are you this morning?
Well, last night it seemed like a good idea. This morning...
The important thing is, did you come up with anything to help solve our problem? Because I'm afraid I didn't.
Yeah, I think I've come up with a solution.
For what?
I think I'd better try it out in the governor first.
Oh, don't do anything stupid.
It's a bit late for that, mate.
Yeah, Jude, get that into you.
Thanks, son.
No, I'm glad I dropped in for breakfast, Maxie. You make a great cup of coffee.
Oh, it's easy, Tane. 43 spoons in every cup.
Yeah?
Yeah. Anyway, I had to get good at it. It's the only job I've got at the moment.
She's more cut up about being fired than she's letting on.
Yeah, there's nothing we can do about it, though.
Maybe not.
Hey, listen, I haven't told you. Bea starts work release today.
Yeah?
Yeah, I hope it goes well for her.
You're fond of her, aren't you?
Hmm. But that's not the only news. Did you know that we were the subject of a benefit?
What do you mean, a benefit?
Well, the PRG have informed me that the prisoners in the drama group at Woodridge are going to put on a production.
Yeah, but that'll be all men.
Not if I have anything to do with it, it won't be. But they are going to give all of the proceeds of one performance to girls in need. And that's us.
How did you manage that?
I'm not just a pretty face. I'm going to ask Mrs. Davidson if we can get some of the girls from Wentworth involved in the production.
Yeah, that's a great idea. Hey, Maxie.
Yeah?
Any chance of another cuppa?
Oh, bloody hell, Ton. I haven't even had one yet.
What if I bribe you?
Yeah? What with?
An idea?
Oh, yeah? It'd have to be good. I know what your ideas are like.
It's about helping Michelle Dempster.
Yeah?
How about calling the Child Protection Society?
Oh, I reckon that's going a bit too far, Tone.
Oh, it's worth a try.
No, I don't think so.
Why not?
Not yet, anyway.
Why not?
Well, I could be wrong about all this, you know. I reckon I'd be better off getting me job back and keeping an eye on the kid myself. Getting the evidence, as they say.
Yeah, be safer, too.
Tell you what, though.
What?
I'll still get you your coffee.
Oh, great. Would you break your leg or something?
It's men for you.
G'day, Mr. Williams. Oh,
Big day. Good luck.
the junction, please.
60 cents, thanks.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I hate to rush you, lady.
It's a wonderful day, isn't it?
Just like all the other days to me.
Don't you bet on it.
Hey, Maxine, you got a visitor.
Oh, bloody hell, Jude. I'm just on my way to the Dempsters.
Well, I think you should see them.
It's not the bloody cops again, is it?
No, it's not the cops.
Ah, it's you.
Yes.
G'day, Michelle. How are you? Good girl.
Can we talk?
If you wanna. Here, out the back.
Well, I'd prefer in there.
Righto. Hey, see all them?
Yes.
How would you like to talk to them while I talk to your ma?
Okay.
Good girl. Oh, yeah, this is Jude. She'll look after you. She's real good. Oh, and the one with the beard, the ugly one, he's not too bad either. That's Tony. Right?
Well, what if we play with this one, huh?
Well?
I won't beat about the bush. I'd like you to come back and work for me.
After you threw me out.
Well, I was upset at what you were saying.
Yeah, well, I am upset with the way you're treating Michelle.
Look, there's nothing in what you said, but I do need help with Michelle.
Why don't you put her in a daycare centre?
I don't want to.
Why not?
Well, she's a little delicate.
A little bruised, you mean?
Yeah, well, I don't want the other children pushing her around.
Oh, yeah, sure.
She likes you. Will you come back?
All right, then. But it's for Michelle, understand? Not for you.
I understand. Thank you.
Yeah. Hey, Chicken Licken, what do you got there? You like him, do you?
Yes.
Well, you can have him. I'll get him for you. I'll fix you up later if that's okay,
No
Jude.
worries.
What do you reckon we'll call him? What about Buster? Yeah!
What are you up to?
I just came in to get this. It's a bit chilly in reception.
It's a bit chilly all round for some people today.
All right, I've helped you. And what about your part of the deal?
Well, you've been noticed by Mr. Douglas. That's a very good start to an early parole.
Yes, but that only happened by accident. What about the deal we agreed on?
You drive a hard bargain, Fields, for someone in your position.
I took it on trust. You keep your word.
Is that what you wanted? Oh, it's all there to make sure you're not taken down by your business partner or your solicitor. Did you want the original or the copy?
What?
Insurance, Fields. To make sure I'm not taken down by my business partner.
You think of everything, don't you?
I try to. So, if you ever get the idea of telling anybody how you helped me, I can always tell them how you've been helping yourself. Oh, and don't fret, Fields. We make a great business combination.
Girls reckon there's some kind of trouble brewing, Neil. You heard anything?
No.
Something to do with Mr. Faulkner and Ferguson.
Ah, well, I stick to the infirmary, and that way I don't get into trouble.
Yeah. Neil, I won't be getting into trouble, will I, over these tests?
Not as long as you do what I said. Now, what is it?
As soon as your doctor friend leaves the examination room, I slip out and I go to the storeroom on the same floor and I pick up the clothes that you're going to leave. And don't forget me makeup. And then I'll go and wait in the car park.
And that's where I'll be. See? It's easy, isn't it?
I hope it's as easy when I get there.
Of course it will. And we'll have a lovely afternoon together and no one will ever be the wiser.
You ready, Latham?
Yeah.
You don't want to be late moving.
It'll be okay.
We're waiting, Mr. Faulkner.
I'm aware of that, Miss Ferguson. She's not exactly late.
Will you be escorting Latham all day, Miss Hargraves?
Yes.
Then I suggest you watch her. She has a history of escape attempts.
Come on, Chris.
What the hell are you playing at?
What?
Suggesting I kept Latham late in front of her escort and the prisoner.
You've been a bit thin-skinned, aren't you?
Look, you've had your win with me. Now lay off. I don't need it, understand?
Mr. Faulkner, I think you'd be well advised to leave things there. Besides, the governor can see you now.
Come in. Oh, Mr. Faulkner. What can I do for you?
That's my resignation. And that's a report. Not quite as long as Jones. It's accepting full responsibility for the mess I've got you into.
I didn't ask for this, nor did I expect it.
I think it's the best thing to do. I'm not a career officer, and I don't want to ruin chances of people like Meg and Colleen.
But you've done very well.
Thanks. But my work has just about served its purpose. I've got most of the money I need for the boat now. Well, to be quite honest, I'm not going to miss Wentworth that much. Not while you've got people like Joan Ferguson working here.
Well, you seem to have made up your mind.
I have.
What do you intend to do?
A few weeks at sea will get this place out of my system.
And after that?
I'll be fresh to start looking for new work.
Well, I accept this regretfully. And thank you.
I'll stand to the end of the week if you like.
I'd like that very much, but I shall have to refer it to the department now the matter has come before them. They may feel that a quick break is better.
I'd better start clearing up my locker and things then.
It would be a good idea.
There's another good thing about being at sea. No department to worry about.
Oh, God. It's a bit different to the one I've been using.
Oh, you'll get used to us quickly enough. Now we should meet everyone. This is Fred the foreman and Ernie B. Smith.
G'day,
Hi.
And over here we have Maisie, Jane and Sarah.
Hello.
And Louise, Cookie.
Hi. Hi. Now, who's saying I got this straight? That's Fred, Maisie, Jane, Sarah, Ernie, and Louise.
Well, I'll leave it to you to ease me into the job, Louise. Good luck.
Ta.
If you can remember who everyone is, the rest will be a breeze.
How come they call you Cookie?
Oh, you'll see a bit later on in the morning.
Oh.
Yes, can I help you?
Christine Latham for tests.
From Wentworth.
That's right.
Well, she'll be quite some time.
I was told to expect that.
Just come with me, Christine. We'll get you changed and ready for doctor.
Paging Dr. Smith. Dr. Smith to casualty. Dr. Smith to casualty, please.
Ah, hello, there's Mrs. J.
Not another name to remember.
You'll like this one. It's the tea lady. I must
great.
be off.
Aren't you going to have tea?
Yeah, get me a cup, will you? White and 2 sugars.
Well, where will you be?
I'll be back in a minute.
Hey, you've been doing a good job, Bee.
Oh, thanks very much.
That little place you worked in must have given you good training.
I got some advice from a government printer.
Oh, well, it's good advice. Hey, what's on today, Cookie?
Freshly made shortbread. Come and get it. Oh, leave some for the new girl. Here, Bee. Bet you've had nothing like that at your other work.
No.
That's why they call me Cookie.
Oh, here you go.
Ta. What did Fred have to say to you?
Oh, he just said I was doing okay.
Yeah, you are too. That's the thing about us married girls. We know how to work. We work well. Most employees find that, don't you reckon?
Yeah, I suppose.
Yeah, my Errol's a terrific bloke, but he hasn't got the greatest job. And kids these days don't get any cheaper as they grow up, do they?
No.
Oh, take my Carrie, for instance. She wants money for something all the time.
Yeah, and you can't always rely on them spending on what they say they're going to.
Especially not Carrie.
She's a bit of a rebel, is she?
And moody to boot. All the problems of adolescence rolled into one.
Yeah, well, some of them are like that.
Yes. Oh, I'm glad somebody else has the same problems.
You know, I haven't enjoyed a morning tea like this since my old granny died.
That's who taught me how to cook. My old granny. We've got a lot in common, haven't we, Bee? We must get together and have a really good natter later on. Oh, gosh.
Anyone else coming in, Doc?
No, not at the minute, but I am rather busy.
Good. Doc, there's something else I want to talk about.
Now, shouldn't you be back at work?
They won't miss me. It's about me poor old joints. Oh, they're buggers sometimes.
Well, I think that's bound to happen at your age.
Don't you talk about my age. I could still do a round or two with some of them young ones.
You finished, Mr. Murray?
Yes, all shipshape.
Go on, Birdsworth.
But what about me poor old joints?
Well, just keep moving, and they'll be fine.
You heard? Let's move them back to the laundry.
Reception, thank you. Hello. Wentworth Detention Centre here. I'd like to check up on when the test's being run on Christine Latham. Yes. Oh, just a moment. It's with Dr. Phillips. Oh, well, thank you very much. Wentworth Police? Wentworth Detention Centre here. We've made a bit of a slip-up, I'm afraid. We forgot to get the name of the policewoman escorting one of our prisoners to hospital today. Christine Latham? Policewoman Hargreaves. Oh, well, thank you very much. I'm sorry to trouble you. Yes, Dr. Phillips' office, please.
Doctors Wright and Brown.
Oh, pathology here. We need to talk to Dr. Phillips rather urgently about some test results. Well, no, apparently it won't wait. Yes, very urgent. Reception, thanks. Oh, hello. Inspector Todd here, Wentworth Police. You have a policewoman Hargreaves with you. That's right. Oh, I see. Well, there's no need to get her to the phone. Could you just ask her to come along to the casualty entrance, please? To pick up an important message. That's right. Yeah, a constable in a patrol car will drop by in a few minutes. Yes, thank you very much.
Not too bad so far, is it?
No.
We'll set up for the second part of the test in a few moments.
Excuse me, Doctor. They'd like to speak to you over in pathology.
Oh, well, I'll go as soon as I've finished with this patient.
Well, there's some problem with the test results. They said it was urgent.
All right. You can just relax until I get back.
House. Errol's good with his hands, so he's done a lot to it. You got a place of your own?
Oh, no, I can't afford one yet.
How long ago did you say you lost your husband, Dee?
Oh, quite a while.
I hope it wasn't a long illness or anything.
No, it was a shooting accident.
Oh, how awful. Oh, it must have been such a shock. Must have been terrible on the little ones. You did say you had kids, didn't you?
No, you said that. You assumed it.
Oh, sorry.
I had one daughter.
Oh, there you are. I wasn't far wide off the mark, was I? Must be difficult to cope with family problems, having to cope as a widow.
Look, if I were you, I'd just lay off all the questions.
Pardon?
Just drop off, okay?
Oh, I'm sorry, Bea.
Oh, hi.
How's it going, girls?
Oh, all right, thanks, Fred.
Just struck a snag, I'm afraid.
What's that?
Bloke rang up to cancel an order for this afternoon. I won't have any more work for you today, once this lot's finished.
Oh, I see. Oh, well, new girl and all, I suppose.
Yeah, that's about it. Hey, thanks for taking it like that. See you tomorrow.
Yeah, sure.
Sorry to hear that, Bea.
Oh, why would you care?
No, you've obviously had tough times. You look like you could do with the money.
I'll be okay.
I promise no more questions.
Look, Cookie, I'm really sorry I snapped at you like that.
Easy, wasn't it?
Yeah, just like you said.
You're back early.
No choice. Work went out.
Just for today, I hope.
Oh, yeah, they want me back again.
Good. How'd it go?
A bit fast for an old lady who's been out of circulation.
Give it a couple of weeks. You'll be right.
You going out?
More ways than one.
Am I allowed to ask what that means?
Let's just say that after the events of the last couple of days, I'm on my way out of Wentworth and the prison service.
Oh, Mr. Fuller, no. You're not the one who should be going.
It's all right, really.
Oh, so I'm gonna get that Ferguson one day.
Well, just remember what I told you. Your parole's at stake. Don't do anything silly.
Yeah, all right.
Oh, Smith, how was it?
Fine, thanks, Mrs. Poon.
Good. Well, I heard what happened. I'd be a hypocrite if I didn't say you stuck your neck out.
That has been brought home to me, Colleen. I'm going to leave this stuff here. I've got to get my tape recorder. You there, Neil? My God. G'day, Steve Faulkner here. Yeah, can you find Mr. Murray and have him sent to the governor's office immediately? Yeah, thanks.
This is a very serious charge, Mr. Faulkner.
Mrs. Davison, with my luck over the last few days, I'm not making any accusations, but I think the police should be told.
Well, of course they should. What does Mr. Murray have to say about it?
He wasn't there. I've left a message for him to come to your office as soon as he can.
I see. Has Mr. Murray arrived in yet? Well, when he does, would you have him come straight to my office, please? Thank you. I think to be on the safe side, we ought to brief Mrs. Powell and Miss Ferguson. Would you do that whilst I notify the police?
Right.
Thank you.
quiet.
Have I?
Yeah.
I was just thinking.
What about?
What a terrific time we're going to have.
Yeah. Oh, well, that's all right then. When are we going to get there?
Soon.
Yeah, I see. Yeah, thanks very much.
Nowhere to be found, I'm afraid.
I'm not surprised. The guard at the gatehouse saw him leave over an hour ago.
I've been through the examination room. There's nothing else suspicious there.
Wentworth Detention Centre. Yeah. Mrs. Davidson.
Oh, thank you. Erica Davidson. I see. How? Well, I'll get onto it straight away, thank you. Latham's gone missing from the hospital.
How could she? He didn't need so much organisation and help.
Well, apparently she had both. Somebody decoyed the doctor and the police guard, and she slipped away.
I wonder if the accomplice could be the missing Mr. Murray.
Why on earth would you think that?
You should have seen his reaction when I told him Latham was involved with prostitution.
So you think he could have turned against Chrissy? Well, he's certainly in a position to know how a hospital works and to get her out of there.
Yeah, and if he has, she is in a lot of trouble.
Well, come on. Are you going to tell me or not?
What?
You bloody know what.
I nearly mucked it up, Lizzie. There's a chatty little bird there called Louise. Kept asking me a lot of questions. I didn't know how to handle them.
Bloody hell. There's always one of them.
Yeah, well, I sidestepped most of them, but I ended up telling her to drop off.
God, you didn't get in a blue, did you?
No. And it wasn't her fault. It was mine. She was just trying to be friendly. You know, you forget about people trying to be friendly.
Don't you worry, love. Before you know it, you'll be running the whole bloody joint.
Oh, Lizzie, here am I talking about revaluing my whole life, and you know what I'd really like?
What?
A beer after work with the girls. As soon as I'm off restrictions, I'm going to organise a night in a really fancy pub. I might even get half pissed.
And don't you forget to bring one back in for me.
As if I would.
Well, here we are, and with all the goodies.
I didn't think we was coming this far out.
Oh, it'll be all right.
What about that doctor friend of yours?
What doctor friend?
You know, the one who's covering for us at the hospital. Well, he's going to have to let them know sometime where I am.
No, he hasn't.
Why not?
Because I haven't got a doctor friend. I made him up.
What the hell are you talking about?
Well, I got you out here all under my own steam.
Oh, Neil, you never.
I certainly did.
Well, he's going to find out that I'm missing. He's going to report me. He's probably already done it.
Oh, what if he has?
Blimey, Neil, I'm as good as on the run.
No one's going to catch you, Chrissy.
Neil? Neil, I've got no plans. I don't know where to go. What about Elizabeth?
Well, what about her?
Well, I'm never going to get custody of her if I'm in something like this. Now, I want to go back now.
Don't be silly.
I'm serious about this, Neil. It's all very well coming out here for the afternoon, but this is different. I want to go back.
Well, so you can serve out your time and go back into business as a prostitute? Is that what you want? Oh, yes, I know all about you.
What are you talking about?
Yes, you fooled me. You said that you were a nice girl.
I never said nothing.
You led me to believe that you were sweet and pure. And you're just like all the rest of them, aren't you? Get your legs apart for anyone. Anyone with money,
You're hurting my shoulders.
Yes, well, you won't do anything like that again. You know what happens to women who seek the wages of sin? Well, they get what they ask for. The wages of sin. And the wage of sin is death.
He used to give me roses. I wish he could again. but that was on the outside. And things were different then. On the inside, the sun still shines, and the rain falls down. But the sun and rain are prisoners too when morning comes around. Last night I dreamed we were together, sharing